And I'm feeling a metallic taste in the back of my mouth. And my stomach's starting to hurt. My whole heart's just fucking racing. And I realize I'm bleeding internally. The acidic from the aspirin is wearing away at my stomach lining. So, by the time I get up there to a truck station, it's a gas station, not really a truck station. And I look over, there's like an empty parking lot with semis parked. And there's a Comfort Inn. I walk in the Comfort Inn and I ask the woman, I'm sweating. Just bullets of fucking sweat pouring down off me. And I'm pale. And I ask her, and I can't get my breath. And I'm like, can I just sit here and rest? And as I sit down, I start getting sick. So I run in the bathroom and I'm puking. And I realize it's solid blood. I said, this is it. This is it. So, they tell me after I come out of the bathroom, they tell me I have to leave. So I walk over where the trucks are parked. And I sit down in front of a semi. I'm so fucking incoherent I can barely lift my head. And I lay there for a while. And I said I gotta get this taste out of my mouth. So I walk over to the store, which pretty much was like zombie stumbling. People were looking at me weird in the store. And I buy a drink. I think it was a soda or something. Yeah, I come back. And a soda and the honey buns. I come back and I drink a little bit of soda to hurt. Lit my ass up. So I'm sitting there lying there and I'm making my peace and I'm dying. Cop pulls up with a scar on his face where his face was cut. White cop, heavy set, kind of been on the police force for a while. Had that look about him. He calls an ambulance. He asked me if I was okay several times, and it's obvious I wasn't okay. So he calls an ambulance. Ambulance runs. They do a pulse, and they're just like, he's about to die. They do an EKG. I get in the hospital, and I refused the treatment because I realized that they possibly could be skinheads. The dude was a heavier set bald guy. So they said they'll give me a place at this in the next city over at this shelter. So I sat there in the lobby and I'm sitting there in the chair and my body's shaking. Like I feel cold, I feel warm at the same time. They give me some food. Cause to be honest with you, I didn't think I was gonna make it out of the hospital. They call a woman to drive me over there. She drives me over to the shelter. I stay the night. I stay there. And the next day, realized more and more people showed up at the shelter, or that night or whatever. Realized I was being looked at, and I realized I'm sitting there. And they asked me if I was gonna stay a couple nights. So I said possible. But I honestly didn't think I was gonna make it. I still felt weird. My heart was still racing. And gave me a chance, I guess, to rest. I said, if I was going to live, I had to stop. Well, I realized they started clearing out an area, this little area, whatever. Apparently, a guy had a knife, and some of them were skinheads, so they were going to jump me and cut my face. I'm so fucking adamant on that. Let me cut your face. That way I can feel fucking hard. Fuck you. So, I grab my bags, grab my things, and I leave the shelter. People riding by saying Roberto Perez wants him dead. I still don't know who the fuck Roberto Perez at that point was. I said, fuck Roberto Perez. Roberto Perez can suck my motherfucking dick. Said it pretty fucking loud as hell. And I started walking. And walk through this town. And I think I got a ride to Pittsburgh. I can't remember exactly how I got to Pittsburgh, but I ended up in Pittsburgh. Well, I think the woman drove me really close to fucking Pittsburgh. Be honest with you. It was a little drive when she drove me to the shelter. Oh, wait, never mind. I went to a restaurant. Sat there at a restaurant. Women there or whatever. And this guy shows up. Black guy. And, they said he was from down south. I thought he was a shooter or something. A lot of people wanted me dead, so fuck it. I knew it was odd because everybody's talking about, oh, he's here for him. So I ordered me a salad and go up to the salad bar so I can get a fork. I eat my salad and as I go to get some more salad or whatever, I walk up to the table and introduce myself. Sat down. Sat him down with a fork. So, you from down south? He said, yeah, I'm just riding through. He was on a motorcycle. Short dreads, short locks, no eyebrows, blah, blah, blah. And I thought about taking him. Gripped tight on the fork, but then I looked around, saw families. So I let him pass. Plus, I didn't know if anybody was trying to do me harm or not. I was just going off what was being whispered about the fucking crowd. Pretty much it was like a come to Jesus meeting on the way. Is it? I sat down. I was prepared to do what the fuck I had to do. I gave him a pass because it's family. I value family. But I grab a hoodie. I forgot my jacket. And I start walking my hoodie. They said they were gonna shoot my ass or whatever. And by this time I'm disoriented, tired, still ain't got no proper sleep, stressed out, my heart racing. And I said, no, you ain't gonna shoot my ass. I ain't gonna be another fucking innocent scene or something like that on a fucking news station. Looking like another fucking Trayvon, a white Trayvon. I should have said it. When I said it, it's not me. I even apologized at the Burger King for saying it. Because I said it out loud real fast. I guess I was just pissed off in a way. I was pissed off because everybody was treating me like I was a fucking animal. Yet everybody else was acting like animals. Go fucking figure. And this is also like when a restaurant, they said something about, well, you can possibly join the mob. I said, at this point, I got no other, I'll do anything for fucking cards, fucking join any fucking thing just to fucking get safe. And I didn't join nothing though. I was never part of no fucking clique. I was only a fucking Mason. So, started walking. And after I left the restaurant or whatever, start walking. Somehow I ended up making it to Pittsburgh. And that's when the trail started. I get to Pittsburgh. First thing I do is I sit down in the restaurant. This restaurant, there's this square in Pittsburgh. Famous Square. It's like a little shopping center of restaurants and all these other dynamics where a bunch of people just gather, watch the hockey games, watch the football games and stuff like that. So I go there. And when I first get there, ride a train back and forth or something like that, and somebody said that they was going to end up calling a bomb threat on me or something. Said something like it was a way for them to keep me safe or something like that. I was like, no, that's just ruining my fucking life. Just trying to find a way to ruin my life. I didn't know nobody. I didn't have nobody watch my back. So I go to this restaurant. I sit down in the public area again because I got no other fucking choice. And I order water and just sip on water. And this guy shows up with 3 other friends. He favored fucking Chris Rock. Go fucking figure. And he's talking about my ex. They said they shot my ex. They home invaded her and shot her because she knew too much or something like that. I didn't believe it. I was hanging on to hope. So if it was Chris Rock, I told Chris Rock to literally keep my motherfucking girl's name out of his motherfucking mouth. And if he kept it up, it was going to clear his fucking throat like a Hall's cough drop. That simple. So, I'm sitting there, these 2 gentlemen, older guys, heavy set, a little over 200 pounds each. Middle age, one bald, other one like buzzed or something, I can't remember exactly, or it could have just been regular haircuts, fuck if I know. And there's an older man that comes in on an oxygen tank, sits down. And I have this young couple sits next to me. 3-piece, no jacket suit, and a woman in a dress or whatever. Well, they were just formally dressed, I don't know exactly. And the gentleman gets on his phone. And I hear the guys across the bar talking about how they're telling they're skinheads and they're telling them to move in on my grandmother's house. So I take the pen out of the pocket. I slam the fucking pen down loud as fuck. And let them know. And I just stared at him. I didn't blink. The old man just sitting there looking at me like what the fuck? Like, I guess he was, I don't know exactly what was what. If he was trying to keep me safe or something, but I thought he was a shot call for the skins. So I grab the pen and I do a walk by. I look at their throats. But now I'm worried that my grandmother's dead. I go to this bathroom that's down the stairs. And while I'm in there, I debate on whether if I'm going to take these motherfuckers out. The way I saw it is I take the big guy first. The first big guy after I cross the old man. Do him first. Second guy will react. By that time, do him. The old man's the slow. I'd have been a guy on national news that they would have said that blah, 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 somebody lost, blah, 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 lost their mind, blah, 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 this and that. The news would have painted me out to be like a monster. And all while in general was in. I thought my family was being killed. I almost ruined my life then. I almost ruined my life. And the only thing that stopped me was I was hanging on to hope. Hope that they were still alive. So, anyways, I sit there for a while. I got no other choice. All of a sudden the cook said something about the people was wanting to know what I had. If I was really about it. The way I see it is that I have enough. And I'm whatever the fucking situation calls for. That simple. So, cooks apparently was, they were gonna wait till it closed. Wait till the restaurant closed and, they were gonna jump me or something like that and cut my face. Apparently, later on I found out that it's supposed to be connected to Chris Crosby. I don't know if that's true or not because I actually said it to Chris or whatever. I said, I got cousins named Crosby down south. Chris Crosby says on live national television, it's just a fucking name. I said, no, I knew it was just a name, but I just said it because of the fact of the matter is it just reminded me of fucking family. So, anyways, So I leave and start walking. I walk all night around Pittsburgh. They said if I moved, if I stopped somewhere, if I fell asleep, they're going to beat me over the head. And I try to go to different hotels and stuff like that to stay safe. Well, they used to say this guy named Jay, didn't know his name was Jay, circled me. And first I walked across the bridge. I went to all kinds of different spots. And after the restaurant closed, I walked over to another restaurant that was right in the same square. It's like a little bar. And I met a girl named Sam there. And I talked to her for a minute, and she said I could help you because I didn't know where to stay. And she gives me a motel room, pays for my motel room, gives me her bus or train pass or whatever. First time I ever rode a fucking train. I remember because I was like, this is a life experience. But anyways, she gets me a motel room. It's on the north side, near Washington Heights. Next day she comes back by as I'm eating breakfast, and she takes me to go get some clothes. I still got the shoes, socks, shirts. The shirt I think is from Jay, but I still got pants from her. Pants are kind of ripped, but same pants. So she takes me to Walmart, gives me clothes, and drops me off at the bus station, which is right next to the transit station, and also the I guess the escalator that goes, not escalator, but whatever it is that goes up the hills to the view of Washington Heights that overlooks Pittsburgh. And I had nowhere to stay that night, so I stayed on the park bench in Washington Heights on the overview. And guy sits down, and wait, that was later on. So I sat there and I tried not to doze out. They said if I dozed out, they were going to beat me over the head. So I sat there doing this, just trying to stay awake. So I stayed there all night. Next day, meet back up with Sam. She works at the yard, same square. So I go sit down at the yard. She gets me food or whatever. And I sit there and I eat the food. This guy and his woman sitting next to me, he's like, well, he's from down south and they're talking about me. And for some reason I thought it was this girl from down south. That something horrible happened to her and they was going to blame it on me. I thought it was her father. I apologized to the man. I said, whatever happened to her, whatever they did, I'm sorry for it. Even though they was going to blame it on me, it didn't have to be me. No matter if I had to pay the price for it or not, it doesn't mean I have to fucking perform the act. I gave the motherfucker my neck. I thought it was her father. Later on, I realized that as this was happening, that the guys in there were supposed to stomp me out because they were skinheads. But made me feel like an asshole when I found out it wasn't her father. I gave a man an apology he didn't fucking deserve. So, as Samantha's bringing him a burger or whatever, she said that Roberto Perez is going to pay me to be his girlfriend until he dies. Or it could have been, I can't remember. I think I went there twice. I'm not sure. Could have went there once, could have went there twice. But at the end of finishing burger and me apologizing to a guy that didn't deserve it. They said Trejo was waiting outside to blow out my fucking legs. If I stayed inside, that I was going to be stomped out by skinheads. I had a choice. Get jumped by a bunch of motherfucking punks. Get shot in the legs by motherfucking punks. I said, fuck it. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out standing. So I get up. I walk down there with my fucking head held high and I wait to get shot. Walk right out the fucking door and I just stand there waiting for the fucking shot, waiting for a walk by, waiting for something. Nothing happens. So after this happens or whatever, I go back to like the bus station area. And I'm sit down with these people. I met a guy at the bus station area outside of this near the subway. And it was right outside of this coffee shop, and a bunch of little stations, like a little plaza thing, right next to Washington Heights, right next to the escalator going up the hill. So I meet these guys, and this woman, he said, "Come tomorrow, whatever." And this woman does an interview for jobs. I said, "Yeah." So I stay up all night at the Washington Heights. And I come back down in the morning. I meet them. They give me a cup of coffee. So apparently there's 4 different guys there. The guy I met, there's actually several people there. 2 guys sitting out there in the walk area, right in front of the coffee shop. The woman, another guy that she was talking to, or the woman I was supposed to meet, another guy she was talking to, a couple of homeless guys. There was 2 guys sitting at the table, and then a female, and then black male. And yes, it was the only black guy there. And people walking by talking about it's in the bag. One of them was supposed to be Trejo. They were going to shoot me, Roberto Perez. But they said they had to shoot me in the legs or whatever, because Roberto Perez says that the skinheads want him. So I lean forward. Black guy's got a duffel bag, so naturally I figured it'd be in the duffel bag instead of the book bag that the white guy had, because of the fact of the matter is that when you reach, be an easy grab. So I lean forward, put my head out. People start walking their kids out. I'm telling them to get the kids back fucking side, because I'm about to fucking have a barrel. I'm about to watch a fucking bullet come out the end of it. And all of a sudden, Aaron Westbrook is like, said something like, "This motherfucker's for real." And he whispered over to the other guy, and the white guy says, "Now I don't know if I want to do it now or whatever, because it's loud as fuck." And I realized that the white guy might have it in his book bag. So I looked over at him and leaned forward on him and just raised my chin and said, "Let's do it." The way I see it, it's going to fucking hurry up and charge the fucking table, slam the fucking table against him, and go from there. Best odds. It's the best thing. I'm just not going to just sit there and get shot like a motherfucker. So I lean forward. They get nervous or whatever. They get cold feet. Stand up and leave. They stand up and leave. I get pissed because I'm ready. I'm ready and they didn't do it. So I take the table. And I fucking slammed it against the post loud as fuck. They turn back around and they just shook their head like, "What the fuck?" And a woman says that she could possibly help me out on the job, but she didn't seem right. Like, the whole situation didn't seem right, so I didn't go with her. This homeless guy, he can stay with me. He said he saw some things, he does things at night, but it's none of my business. I only keep myself. I said, "No, I'd rather just be by myself." So I walked through this little plaza area, and I got my bags and the clothes and stuff, and I changed. Well, I changed before that, so I had clean clothes, because I only had the clothes that Chris left me or whatever, and I changed into at Chris's house. And after that, I threw those clothes in a trash can or whatever, changed my new clothes. The incident with me slamming the table happened. And then I found a bar, and just a old restaurant slash bar. It's like an Irish pub or something like that. And I sat there and I ordered a drink. I'm just sitting there talking to the bartender. She says she's from here, blah, 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 husband and everything. And I was like, people want me dead so bad, why don't they just fucking get it done? Why don't they just be about it? Cock it back and pull it. They said Roberto Perez wanted me alive or whatever because skinheads want him. So I look at the bartender and they said Roberto Perez wanted to shoot me in the legs. She said, well, what you gonna do after you leave the bar? So I looked at her and said, I'm gonna go find a ballroom and dance. I walk out of there and I walk back up to the coffee shop. And I tried right in front of the fucking coffee shop. There's on the way to Pittsburgh though, I passed through several towns after I left the actual cop town. I went through another town where there was 2 different bridges that's connected to towns divided. And I slept underneath this billboard. And I walked these bridges overlooking this river, beautiful fucking river. And I remember sleeping under a billboard, and the Slim, I guess, in his yard or in the neighborhood or whatever, sitting there talking about how if he falls asleep, I'm supposed to beat him over the head. Before that, apparently, they said if I walk across the bridge, they was gonna. Same guy who I was sitting there laying underneath the billboard, he said he only practiced on watermelons before. It'd be his first or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I yell out to him, I said, go ahead. If y'all think you're gonna beat me over the head, try it. I'll get y'all. I said, if I cross the bridge and y'all think y'all gonna throw me in the river, go ahead. I'll take 2 or 3 of y'all down with me. But y'all make sure that you the first motherfucker I get. So instead I get up from the billboard and I go to sleep between these 2 light posts against this rocky hill. And from what they said that they was gonna have the cops in there and pull me over, take the bottle, whatever, put drugs in the bottle and say that the bottle was mine, blah blah blah. So I throw the aspirin up on top of the hill. I said, fuck it, I don't need it no more. If I was supposed to die, I was supposed to die. So I wedged myself in this crevice, this rocky crevice or whatever, so I only had to walk forward, and I covered up my legs, so if I had to, I'd just lean up and stab a motherfucker. And I dozed out. And then the next day, that's when I ended up Pittsburgh, ran to Sam, the yard, blah, blah. So, anyways, after I slammed the table or whatever, started walking around Pittsburgh, this guy started circling me, black guy. It's 4-door, either a Hyundai or a Honda Civic, something like that, silver. Black leather interior. It wasn't a stick shift, it was automatic. Basic car system. Had me reach in the glove compartment or whatever. He had duct tape in the fucking glove compartment. Drive around drinking. And right then and there, I was on edge. But pulls over, calls me by another name. I said, no, that's not my name. He just kept riding. Comes back, asked me again if that was my name. I said, no, I kept riding. Finally, it was dark. You know, I'm sitting there just moving from place to place to keep from being beaten over the fucking head. And he pulls up. He introduced us. He says, sit down. And I sat down and I kept my foot out of the car. Says, my name's Jay, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, and I asked him, I was like, man, I ain't got no place to stay or whatever. I asked him if I could stay at his house. He gave me a place to stay. And that's when it really began. I found out that my family was possibly still alive and they were going to kill off my family based off the actions. I was in that apartment for almost a month. And that's also what leads to the rigging of the Stanley Cup. Roberto Perez is gonna pay him to OD me. He lives in 303 Maxwell Street or 1303 Maxwell Street in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from next to a giant eagle. But I gotta do my job, so I'll finish this up later on.